Hi, we have Patrice here. She is the president of the Bee City here in Hendersonville, right?
Program coordinator.
Program coordinator.
And I have a leadership team that works with me, and we are all about sustainable gardening practices and gardening for the pollinators and native bees, and whatever we do for the native bees is good for the honeybees.
And who's your sidekick?
A beekeeper, a honey beekeeper, Jim Poe.
Hi, Jim.
Hi, Michelle. How are you?
Here, turn the camera on me for just a second so they can see.
Oh, okay.
Hi, and I'm the president of the Hendersonville, or Henderson County Beekeepers Association. Hi.
Very good.
And I'm behind the video. So, what do we got right here? What am I standing in front of?
Well, you're standing in front of our typical display as we exhibit and advocate for pollinators. We have the children's table here where we make antennae. We teach them about the difference, because bugs are people too, right? So the difference in butterfly antennae and honeybee antennae, and that it matters. These little things matter. And
I see that you're modeling one of them right now on your head.
I am modeling, yes, a little pair of antennae. And we have sunflower making here. If anybody wants to plant a sunflower seed,
that's
they can
nice.
do that, and have the monarch information and stickers and bookmarks for the children. And over here we have freebie information sponsored by the city of Hendersonville, which is just awesome that they are behind us and want us to promote good gardening practices. And we give free seeds, pollinator seeds, and good information for our families.
What are the top 3 good gardening practices everybody should know about?
Well, for instance, right here, plant flowers, and seasonally you should probably plant 3 kinds of flowers each season, and plant them in bunches, because pollinators will often just forage on, in small areas. And so you provide a home also for our native bees, and many of them
red dot on her.
nest in the ground. Our bumblebees, a lot of our bumblebees nest in the ground or in tree cavities. So you need to provide a home, and then we eliminate. My biggie is reducing and eliminating pesticides, fungicides, even some of the fertilizers that we buy are, infiltrated with bad stuff. So you need to just try to practice as natural gardening as you can, and then spread the word and tell your neighbors what you're doing and why your yard is so awesome. Why you have so many wonderful pollinators and cool things flying around your yard.
And then what do we, you've got some kind of employee bee of the month placards right here. What does that mean?
This is a focus on different native bees and their jobs that they do. We have the southeastern blueberry bee, and these are bees native to North Carolina, in this area. So the blue orchard mason bee, then they build their home in tunnels. And most of these are solitary bees. They're not like honeybees. They're not the social bees, and so because they're not protecting a hive or a domain, they're very harmless, and they will rarely sting, if ever. Some of them can't even sting. So, and some of them are very, very tiny. Some of our pollinators are, so tiny, and they're so important, even though they're small. So, green sweat bees, for instance, if they light on you, just watch them for a few minutes. They're not going to sting you if you don't swat at them, just watch them because they're beautiful, they're iridescent, gorgeous. And the squash bee is a beautiful little bee that we would not have a lot of the vegetables that we have if it weren't for our native bees. So they work together with our honeybees to bring us the food that's on our table.
I see that you have a donation jar here. Where can people donate if they see this online and they want to help out your cause?
I think you could go to BurlingtonGardens.org and donate live or online, and maybe earmark it for Bee City if you would like to do that. And we put this toward our different programs and materials and that sort of thing.
Let's walk over here to what Jim's doing. So he's actually looking at actual bees right now.
There she is. Yeah.
Are we trying to find the queen?
Yeah.
Where's the queen?
She found her.
It's got a red spot.
Nice. And then Jim, what are we looking at here?
Oh, Michelle, this is an observation hive.
Okay.
These bees were in their little house in my yard yesterday, and now they're in here, and they're wondering where's the door, because there's no door. So, kind of a captive audience for a while, and based on the weather, I don't think I'm going to be able to put them back in their home till Tuesday.
Oh, because it's so chilly and cold and
Tomorrow,
windy.
Yeah, tomorrow
It's gonna be
gonna
rainy.
rain all day, supposedly. Now maybe we'll get lucky.
And then how does that affect the bees?
They don't go out as much.
But they're going to be fine.
Oh yeah, they'll be fine. They'll just get antsy, get beesy.
They get busy, yes. And then we've got some honey sales here from,
Right.
this is the Henderson County Beekeepers Association.
They're wonderful.
And
Have a great day.
this is a popular item, right? The honey straws for 25 cents each, or
Yeah.
5 for $1.
Yeah.
And then our members can actually volunteer at the booth and sell their actual honey here. And so what's the going rate on honey these days, post-pandemic?
Post-pandemic. About around here, $15 a pound. These are pound jars. Honey's sold by weight, and so these are pound. This is half a pound, and 2 pounds.
And then what do you, this is your actual honey right here, and so why do you think it's a good idea to volunteer at booths and festivals and things like that with Bee City or Henderson County Beekeepers Association?
Well, I think it's a good idea because I can tell people about how important bees are to us, and it's more for teaching. For me, I mean, I get to recoup some of my investment by selling honey. But mostly it's for the teaching aspects of it, with the observation hive, and then down here we have a little teaching hive. That's not it. That's neat though.
Where's the teaching hive? This is the teaching hive right here.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk a little bit about that before we go to the next thing?
Yeah, we can show people what it looks like when they're at home in the yard. Show them how they make the...
Because you also do this at bee school, which is usually January and February of each year.
Right, yeah. And so people that are more curious about the beekeeping aspect of it, I can start taking this apart. I can show them foundation, and then when they're done with, then they start building the wax on it, or drawing it out, as we say, until they have a frame of all wax that the bees have made.
Isn't that beautiful? And so just so people can understand, so this is all made by the bees. So you can see where it's like, you know, it's sort of like blank, you know, just the wax.
Foundation.
You know, so you can see that. And then they build all this up, and this is where the honey goes in.
Yeah, they go by the pattern. This pattern is stamped into that sheet of wax, and it's beeswax that the company that makes these buys. And then the bees take a hint, usually. And
It's beautiful, and the smell, the aroma is just amazing.
yeah. Sometimes the bees, if it's a warmer day, we'll have bees kind of like.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, there's no
Fantastic.
honey left in this, but they still smell the wax.
Yeah, it attracts them.
And then the bottom part of this. We have
Like that? Yeah. We have it painted down here on the bee mural. Have you seen the bee mural on 3rd Avenue?
things like this. That's what capped honey looks like. When the bees say it's ready, they put a wax capping on it.
It's fantastic. Okay.
And that's the queen, and pretty much what you have over there. And so we have various pictures in here that show different aspects. There's a queen cup for when they're making a new queen. And then pollen, which they mostly feed to the larvae as they're developing. And then There's all sorts of other things. I had to label them on top so I could remember what.
Let's see the mixed brood one.
Mhm.
So it's baby bees
Right.
in there.
Yeah, and these are the larvae, worms.
Well, I think that you have a customer who wants to actually buy honey. So we're going to wrap up this video and let Jim get back to work. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you. See you later. Michelle.
Yeah, see you later. And then this is clearly habitat for
So, these are monarchs.
monarch butterflies.
And if you
We'll do a separate video so you can get to this honey buyer. Okay?